What's up, guys? So today I will be starting a series that I will do over the next week, and I think it's I just thought of it earlier, and I think it's a pretty cool series. Although, I'm making it, so I'm gonna obviously think it's a cool series. But I will be ranking every single movie of every single phase of the MCU, and I will put them in a list to see what is the best phase of the MCU, what's the best movie of each phase, what's the worst movie of each phase, what's the overall best movie, what's the overall worst movie. And today we are going to be doing the first phase of the MCU, known as Phase 1 of the Infinity Saga. So, without further ado, let's get started. So there are 6 movies in this phase, and I feel like the worst of these 6 is Captain America: The First Avenger. Now, this movie wasn't a bad movie by any means. I just feel like it was the weakest of Phase 1, because Phase 1, all the movies in Phase 1 were bangers. Like, there wasn't a movie that was bad in Phase 1. Like, I don't even know. It's just, Phase 1's goated, you know? And that's why I'm putting Captain America: The First Avenger in last place, just because all of these other movies are a step above it, I feel like. Now it's time for number 5, where I am putting The Incredible Hulk. Now, this movie was a pretty good movie, but it was a pretty good movie standalone, because I feel like what doxes this point, I feel like, is just because it's not connected to the MCU. Like, it is connected to the MCU, but I don't feel like it's connected just because I don't feel like it's like, I don't even know, like, just the actors for Hulk wasn't the same. I didn't get to know the Mark Ruffalo version of the Hulk. I got to know the other Hulk, and we haven't seen that version of the Hulk. It feels like a different version of Hulk, from like a multiverse or something, and it just feels out of place. I don't even know. It could be put in last, but like before Captain America: The First Avenger, but I feel like it was still a really good movie. It just didn't really fit into the MCU, and that's why I'm putting it at number 5. For number 4, I think I will be putting in Thor, because Thor was a pretty good movie, but like I said at the beginning of this, every movie in Phase 1 was a banger, pretty much. And Thor was no exception from that. But I feel like it is a little bit weaker than these next 3 movies. You could argue that it in the 3rd place could be swapped, but I just feel like, personally, that this is a little bit worse, and I really like the next movie. Might be from, like, nostalgia. Not really even nostalgia, just like, I don't know, I just like this next movie better, which is Iron Man 2. Now, I know Iron Man 2 was, like, rushed in production, but I never saw a problem with this movie. This movie was just a good movie all around, pretty much. I don't know really any bad parts to it, necessarily. Like, everything in it made sense. I liked the introduction of, like, all the different, I like the introduction of Black Widow in it. I like the introduction of Nick Fury in it. And it was just a good movie all around. So I think it deserves to be at the number 3 spot of this movie list. So for number 2, I am giving it to The Avengers: this might take people by surprise, but the Avengers movie, like, I don't know. Like, I could argue that Iron Man 2 was better than the Avengers movie. Just, I don't know. That's probably, like, messing with a bunch of people. But I really liked these other movies. And the Avengers, I feel like, never mind, I'm going to give you spoilers. But, I don't know. Like, I feel like Iron Man, which is in the number 1 spot, is a little bit better than the Avengers, just because it's probably the most solid origin story of all of the MCU. Actually, it is the most solid origin story of all of the MCU, because we pretty much just covered all of the origin stories of the MCU, because that was pretty much all of Phase 1, was just the introduction of the Avengers. And then, yeah, I don't know. It was just, I really liked Iron Man 1. And fun fact, I actually got to saw the suit of Stang. I actually got to see, like, his suit that he wore in that movie, and the Ironmonger suit in person. I'll pop a picture of it. And it was really, really cool. And I watched Iron Man right after this, which honestly might be affecting my judgment, just because I, like, just watched it or something. But it just, the movie became cooler after I saw that, and, like, how they made it. And I don't know if that's, like, affecting my, you could say, review of these movies, but even before that, I feel like Iron Man 1 was a really, really good movie. And I don't know, Avengers isn't really that nostalgic to me, and Iron Man isn't really either. I grew up more in, like, the Phase 2 era, but just from, like, personal preference, I feel like Iron Man 1 is the best movie of Phase 1. The whole list is right here, and we will get to Phase 2 tomorrow. So, yeah, I guess I will see y'all then. And at the end of this series, remember, we are going to be doing a massive, massive ranking of all of these movies. So just stay in tune for that, and I will see y'all next time.